And I didn't need any character development for them. Like they show up.
Oh yeah.
Super punny.
Yeah.
And they're super like cheesy. And they go in with all of these weird one-liners and slow-mo action because nobody moves fast in this movie.
No.
Which added another layer of love.
No, the 350-pound sumo wrestler on skates was the fastest dude.
He was. God bless.
They had to give fatty opera singer there a cart to just move around.
It was so good. I was like oh man.
There's practically a rascal. That little go-kart he was driving. I'm like, nice, that's awesome.
Lights, camera, and action. Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. Remember those childhood movies you loved? We're going to watch them again and find out if they're still as amazing as you remember. Let's get ready to join Anna and Jimmy as they go back and watch those movies you remember being oh so awesomely good. Horror movies that scared. Comedy movies that dared.
Damn!
And action movies so preposterously ludicrous that they defied the laws of common sense. Now, here's your hosts, Anna Santos and Jimmy Coates.
Yeah. Welcome to the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast, and we are still doing our drive-ins. We're still in the 80s, and this week is Anna's pick.
Yep.
Which I could not be more excited for the movies that you picked.
Me too.
I picked 2 drive-in double features, Anna picked 2 drive-in double features, and we have one kind of sequels from last year that we're going to do. The funny thing is, the ones that I picked, we did One Crazy Summer and Maximum Overdrive.
Yes.
I actually thought they were going to be the better of the like my next pick next week I thought was going to be much worse than this, so I hope not.
Oh Jesus.
I thought mine were that my first one Crazy Summer were going to be the better of the
You're like, this is going to be the golden double feature.
Yeah.
And then we watched them.
Yeah, and did not turn out that way.
No.
Now yours, let's start with The Running Man. Woo-hoo.
Yes. I wanted a Schwarzenegger double feature for some reason. I don't know. I think this was spurred because I saw the trailer for the Running Man remake with Glenn Powell.
Which looks really cool.
It looks really cool.
It looks like a cool movie.
I had forgotten about this movie. I'm not even joking. Like it fell into the back of my mind. And then I saw the trailer for the remake and I was like, oh shit, that's right. I remember loving the original. And it was, I was very excited and I was like, oh, we should do that for the podcast, the original. Then I was like, let's Schwarzenegger it up and have a double feature. So here we are.
Well, a little back history here. It was written by Stephen King. But it was actually written under, Richard Bachman, pseudonym name that he came up with because he was writing too many books.
I believe that.
Apparently, back in the day, you were not allowed to release like 5 or 6 books a year. So
no, they frowned on that.
Yeah. So he created this Richard Bachman so he could release some more books. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a little disappointed with this movie because he thought it was going to be more akin to the actual story, the book, rather than what it became. As a kid of the 80s, and I did not see this in 87.
Neither did I.
No, this was absolutely one of those movies where a friend came to school, Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's like a bit game show. And then we all watched it and we continued to watch it. Like it would be a couple months would go by at a friend's house for a sleepover or whatever. You rented movies. This was definitely one that was rented more than once. I remember loving this movie.
I remember loving this movie too. Yeah. This was not one of our sleepover choices because most of my sleepovers were with tween or young teen girls. So there was usually Dirty Dancing or, Steel Magnolias, because why not cry with your friends? I think I saw this movie for the first time as a rental I think with my cousins, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a lot of that, like when you're a kid, friends, cousins. Yeah,
Yeah, like these were, I think, my older cousins. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they keep forgetting that I'm very young, or at least in comparison to them. So I watched it probably in the early 90s or even 1990. Like I was pretty young. And I remember loving it. And it popped up on TV quite a few times. Once
Yeah.
again, City TV Midnights, or, like late night movies. If it started at 10 p.m., you would see The Running Man. And I would always watch it whenever it was on.
yeah.
Weirdly, I don't think I ever rented it, but I also think the last time I saw it was in the early 2000s. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has been a very long time. I saw as a kid, I saw this movie a lot.
Mm,
I remember Dynamo, I remember Fireball, I remember Captain Freedom? The Jesse
yes,
Ventura character.
Captain Freedom.
Yeah, I remember the two guys that go down to the game show with them. I remember the Latino girl. I don't remember her name. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, I remember this being awesome. It was just an awesome action
Yes.
movie. Yeah.
And that was, there were underlying themes, which I only realized
Yeah.
later in my life.
Corporate capitalism, starvation. Yeah.
Like a dystopian future.
Yes.
And where greed will get you, and, capitalism in its extremes.
Very
And-
Roman, keep the poor and the civilians
Yes.
happy by showing these big elaborate games.
It actually, the vibe is very Hunger Games.
When I was getting stuff ready for this, a lot of people say, yeah, this was Hunger Games borrowed from this.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, the idea of
Dystopian, a game
dystopian
show.
future where it's the common people who are
Yeah.
starving and poor and, unsafe. We're going to use their strife as our entertainment, which isn't that, I mean, they've been doing it since Roman times with gladiators in the arena fighting again. They used slaves and prisoners and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not like we haven't done this before in humanity.
No.
But now they're throwing in, instead of like emperors or kings using the peasants for fodder, now it's corporations who are like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, you can't eat? Well, maybe we can help you get fed if you risk your life for our entertainment." And that was very much like, you only realize the deeper meaning to these kinds of movies like once you get much, much older, and you're like, I remember this being so much more lighthearted when I was 12.
And this is where we also get Richard Dawson. Is it Richard Dawson?
Yes.
The game show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richard Dawson plays Damien Killian, who was known for being touchy when he did the family. he liked kissing the female contestants.
I think that was also just a thing of like the 70s
The
and
70s. Yeah. It was. Yeah.
like it was very much like sexual harassment wasn't
No.
a big deal. Like, okay, objectively, it was a big deal. Societally, not a big deal. It was just accepted.
Yeah. There was no HR department until women really started to work in the workplace.
Well, even years after, HR was just payroll. HR was
HR was payroll. Yeah.
That's,
'Cause
oh, you need to take a vacation? Okay,
Yeah.
you hand in your request to payroll or to HR.
Yeah.
That's what HR was for. Then all of a sudden they were like, you have to.
Can you
uphold
please?
the laws.
Yeah.
Now we have laws about sexual harassment. What?
Yeah.
The CEO
John,
just
can
can't
you
go around
stop
tapping
slapping
everybody's
the? Yeah, can you stop slapping those asses so much? Jesus Christ!
ass. What's
Got a
wrong? with
lineup
you
of women
today?
up here. It's bugging me. And I don't know if you watch Mad Men.
Yes, I have.
What a wonderful time! Just drinking at 10 a.m., slapping some broad's ass, passing out on your couch in your office.
Other than the sexual harassments, I was all like, why aren't workplaces like this? Like, why
Oh,
can't I have
God,
an
yeah.
ashtray on my desk? Why can't I pour myself a little cocktail at 3 p.m. or 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Whatevs. Why can't I take an extra long lunch where I have 3 martinis? Why? Why do we have to be sober at work?
Why can I not on one income buy a beautiful house in the suburbs, buy an apartment just in
Correct.
case I'm working overtime? I have a place to stay
Correct.
if I don't make the trip. Oh my God, can you imagine?
and a car and paying for the train to commute in every day, like,
and sending my kids to camp all summer
and private school.
Oh, what a wonderful life it would have been. I need a time machine. So
yeah, not for me. It would have been great for you.
Yeah.
Because I would have been one of those secretaries who could barely afford rent on a room in New York. I'm just saying. Thank you.
The Running Man was directed by Paul Michael Glaser. And if you don't know who that is, he is Dave Starsky from Starsky and Hutch, the actual actor. I guess he got into directing.
Mm-hmm.
And he directed, let's see here. Yeah, he did. He did like some Starsky and Hutches. He did Miami Vice, Amazing Stories, The Running Man. He directed The Cutting Edge.
He did?
Yeah, we didn't even go over that. Dave Starsky directed The Cutting Edge. My stepdad loved Starsky and Hutch.
I have seen a few episodes of Starsky and Hutch, and I really like them too. But I was also a Dukes of Hazzard fan.
Yeah, me too. And I like the remakes of like the Starsky and Hutch and movie reboot. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I was surprised I found it funny, to be perfectly honest.
And so, yeah, it was directed by Starsky and Hutch, and Stephen King wrote it, and Stephen E. D'Souza wrote the screenplay. I'm not sure what he's done some 48 Hours, Die Hard, Commando, Laura Croft. Oh, yeah, he's pretty good.
Wait, is the D'Souza spelled, the Souza, S-O-U-S-A?
S-O-U-Z-A.
Oh, okay.
Stephen E. D'Souza. Yeah, he's written a lot of good movies. Like a lot of my childhood favorite movies. Good for him. I got a new hero. And it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, like we said. It actually also has in it a guy, Mick. I don't know who that is. It stars Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood and Mac.
Really?
Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. No idea.
Interesting.
Jesse Ventura as Captain Freedom, Lynn Van Lith as Dynamo, who was actually an opera singer.
Oh.
Jim Brown as Fireball. There's a lot of people that you will look and see and go, oh, that guy was from that other 80 movie.
Yeah, we were a big wrestling household, so Jesse Ventura was known to us.
Oh, yeah. When Jesse Ventura started popping up in movies, it was cool.
It was so cool. You were like, yeah, he's going to kick ass.
Yeah, he doesn't hold, if you see him, once he left wrestling and became governor of Minnesota up until now, he does not hold back on what he's thinking.
Oh, no. You know exactly where he stands at all times.
Sometimes he makes 100%, and then sometimes I think this guy's a lunatic, but he's always entertaining.
I appreciate that, though, because I appreciate the people who just straight up say, this is stupid, this is right, this is wrong, I believe this. I'm like, thank you. At least now I know where you stand.
Yeah, it's not pretending.
Half-ass answer stuff. I can't watch. Every time Congress has an oversight committee and it's on C-SPAN, I end up seeing clips and it drives me fucking
the way they answer stuff.
The way they answer questions, it drives me up the fucking wall. And I'm
you'll see sitting there going, that's not what they asked you, dude. It's a simple
didn't ask you that.
Answer.
Nobody asked that question.
Yes,
why are you answered a question, not the one you were asked. You answered and it makes me so rage filled. And I'm like, I could never be a politician. I'd want to
I'd be screaming or jumping over the table.
I'd be like, Jesus Christ, were you dropped on your head? Are you that stupid? Are you deaf? Can you not hear me? Do we need to get you an interpreter? I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind.
All right, what do we think I already saw it. Damn it, I can't make a guess. The budget for Running Man was?
I think it was pretty high. I'm going to say 15 million.
Actually, it was between 27 and 32 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this was Arnold's second movie of 1987. The second one being the next movie we're going to review or take a look at, Predator. So they both came out in 1987. But yeah, a lot of money. Because I didn't follow movies like I do now back in the 80s and 90s. If it looked cool, I watched it. That was it.
Yeah.
And if it had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, I watched it. I did watch it.
It's funny. I never think of myself as a Schwarzenegger fan until I start listing all of his movies that I like or that I remember liking. Let me
even Twins and Kindergarten Cop and
yes.
Yeah.
I was literally, I was like, I start listing them and I'm like, why? I watched a lot of his movies and I like the majority of them.
Yeah. I even like Jingle All the Way.
That one I did
So-
like too.
It was so dumb, but it was so
True
fun.
Lies was a classic.
Oh,
Also-
True Lies was
I
so
was like,
good.
Jamie Lee Curtis, ma'am, where
Yeah.
did you get that dress? And were those titties always there? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, then I watched A Fish Called Wanda and I was like, oh, the titties
that
were
was such a
you're-
good movie.
So good. But yeah, no, I never think of myself as a Schwarzenegger fan until I start like looking at his filmography. That I'm like, well, shit, I guess I am.
Yeah. I was always, when you're a kid, I always liked Arnold Schwarzenegger. One of my best friends was a Sylvester Stallone, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But as you got older, you're like, fuck, he made good movies too.
He made some good movies. I will not take
Some
that
were-
away from
Some
Stallone.
weren't so great, but some were really good.
But here's the thing: the ones that weren't great, because here's the difference between Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger knew who he was as an actor.
Yeah.
Did not try to be a thespian.
No, but you got to remember, he started out with like Rocky, Victor Victoria, that one with the Union. And it wasn't until he hit First Blood that
Yeah,
he's like, oh, everyone likes this. But I think he tried more. Arnold knew exactly what his fans
Arnold was
wanted.
like, I'm an
and
actor.
gave it. Yeah.
Well, no, Arnold was like, I do this type of movie
Yeah.
very, very well.
Yeah.
So I will keep doing those movies. And he did comedy because he knew, okay, I can do this kind of comedy. Like you never see him
Always
try
the
to do,
straight
like,
guy in the
Yeah.
comedy. Yeah.
He's not doing a delicate satire. He's not doing any British comedy films because
No.
it would not work. I think Stallone really thought of himself as a really very good actor.
And sometimes he pulled it off. Sometimes
Sometimes,
he did not.
but that's my thing. Like, I think he really thought, I have a wide range of acting talent.
he
And
does
we're like,
not.
sir, that range is a little bit smaller than you think it
Yeah.
is. God
It's a
bless
great
him.
it's your range, what you can do.
He's got a
awesome.
good range.
Just
and
not
he
so
does
good
it
in
well.
these other movies.
You don't need to do the rest. We
But,
like,
like-
you doing what you know and what you can do well.
Like when he hits it right, like Rocky,
Yeah.
the First Blood movies, Rambo's,
Yeah.
Demolition Man. Oh God, that's one.
That
of
is one of my
favorite.
favorite movies.
So when he Tango and Cash, when he does it good, they're awesome. But yeah, he has some stinkers.
I think he tries to broaden his horizons, and I understand that earlier in your career, 100%.
Yeah,
Experiment, but I think he took that exploration stage a little too far. But he figured it out, and we
Yeah.
appreciate him for that. We don't appreciate him being a Trump supporter, but that's fine. It's okay.
where is it here? Oh, I'm on it. Am I sharing the screen?
You are.
There we go. All right. I don't know if this. I'm guessing this movie did okay because
I think it did well.
the Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 80s and early 90s was, I mean, he might have had one or two misfires, but they were pretty decent.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Oh,
Oh, that's not the greatest.
well, it's saying 27,030,000, so it probably broke even.
Yeah, but they would have done a lot of what's it called, promotion for this.
Yeah. Probably made a lot more money with rentals and stuff. And why would you release it in November 13th?
Weird.
Not a Christmas movie.
This is definitely a summer. If they had recently released it in summer, it would have done better.
So its first weekend, it hit number one with $8 million. So it was off to a good
Nicely done.
start. It was ahead of Fatal Attraction, Hello Again, Baby Boom, Suspect, Less Than Zero, Like Father, Like Son, Dirty Dancing, The Princess Bride, and Fatal Beauty. And then it was in a lot of theaters, over 1,600 theaters. And then it was number one the next weekend, and number one the next weekend, and number one the next weekend. And then it dropped down to 5. What happened?
Thanksgiving movie releases.
And then you're getting into Christmas.
Yeah.
So when it hit 5, 3 Men and a Baby came out.
Oh, yeah.
Cinderella, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It was starting to.
Yeah.
So it had a good start, and it just didn't have any legs.
But also, can we talk about the legs that Fatal Attraction had?
Oh my God, yeah. Look, and I'll go the next week. Nope, wrong one. December. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Still in third in its 12th week. That's pretty good.
That's nuts.
That was a big movie of 19.
It was a huge movie.
Yeah.
Huge.
So was 3 Men and a Little Bit and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby was also very, very huge.
Yeah, I remember that being, Flowers in the Attic.
Oh my
That was
God.
a creepy movie.
I read that book when I was like 11. And
Teen
it
Wolf
was
2.
Oh God, Teen Wolf 2. Shit. So many
All
movies.
right, so it made maybe a little bit of money. So it didn't look like it lost money.
No, it didn't.
But not
I don't
what
think
they were hoping.
it probably broke even or made just a little bit of money. It wouldn't have, unfortunately, not a blockbuster.
Let's take a look at the poster. It's
I just read the poster and it's the year 2019.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is the year 2019.
I forgot it took place in 2019.
Yeah, and we don't have this show. What the hell?
No, damn it. We do have other shows.
We got like fucking Love Island and Love on the Spectrum, and there's no killing in those shows.
I mean, Big Brother UK is
Big
about
Brother.
Start, so.
Yeah, they're catty.
Hey, Survivor. Nobody's possibly dying on that show, but I mean, they could rework it for the next season.
Cool poster, not the greatest poster. It's all right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
They were really pushing like Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah.
God bless.
All right. Let's take a look at some of the taglines. There is a couple. The year is 2019. There you go. The finest men in America don't run for president. They run for their lives.
See, I think if you take out the year 2019,
yeah,
that is a great tagline.
Yeah. Welcome to America in 2019 when the best men don't run for president. Oh, it's the same thing. You just worded it different. A game nobody survives, but Schwarzenegger has yet to play. It is the year 2019. The Running Man is a deadly game no one has ever survived, but Schwarzenegger has yet to play.
No.
2019, a game nobody survives. This year might be the exception.
Maybe, but not great.
Yeah, no, they're not great. All right. What do we think? Oh, I can't guess. Because as soon as I brought it up, I saw it. So what do we think the reviews on this movie is going to be?
I think the reviews are going to be mid. Like maybe a 60%.
Good guess.
I think the people will enjoy. Was I right?
Close.
Ooh, I was going to say 60 or 70. God damn it. Well, 61% for the viewers.
48% of the critics. 48 reviews from critics comes in at 67%, and over 50,000 user ratings comes in at 61%. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a little lower than that.
I thought it was
just because if I liked it as a kid.
No, well, I mean, I think the dystopian future, capitalism bad, rise up humanity kind of vibes. Critics usually enjoy that. So
yeah. Okay, this is your pick. You will do the good ones, and I will look for some bad ones. Got one. Matt Brunson, Film Frenzy, a particularly kitschy piece of 80s Arnie action with a great premise and some potent underlying themes, limply handed. 2.5 out of 4. Not that bad a review.
James Crute from the Post NZ, New Zealand. What follows is a pretty ragged but completely engrossing series of set pieces as Richards attempts to stay alive in the game, wins over the audience, and helps search for a way of broadcasting the truth about the people in charge. No rating.
All right. At odds with its own purpose, the movie condemns the exhibition of violence and yet at every turn resolves to be the very thing it condemns. 2 out of 4. Brian Eggert, Deep Focus Review.
Renee Jordan of El Nuevo Herald from Miami says, a whirlpool of senseless action, but immensely entertaining. No rating.
Sergio Benitez of Espinof says, with little or nothing to extract from the performances, with a production design that screams, I'm from the 80s, at the slightest opportunity and lack of ingenuity. No score, just...
Yeah, a lot of these people aren't. Oh, Maddie Lucas from the front row. It's a remarkably prescient media satire presaging the reality TV craze by almost 15 years, and even went so far as to cast Family Feud's Richard Dawson as the show's egomaniacal host. Original score 3 out of 4.
Variety says Schwarzenegger sadistically dispatches the baddies, enunciating typical wisecrack remarks, many repeated from his previous films, but it's all too easy. No score. Yeah.
So this review was posted in 2017. I'm doing that because you need to know. Felix Vasquez Jr. from Cinema Crazed holds up a shocking reflection of where we actually stand as a society in 2017.
TV Guide says only Richard Dawson, brilliantly cast, redeems this mess with a superior performance. 2 out of 4.
Let me see. Okay, so Rita Kempley from Washington Post. I don't know how this is a good one, but the message is irrelevant. It's still the Olympian myth, albeit in lycra leotard, that counts with the Arn Man. I think she was just excited about Arnold in a leotard. Just saying.
And that was it for me. Do you have any more that you would like to share?
Rob Thomas from the Capital Times in Madison, Wisconsin. He says it's a cheesy, witty, enjoyable Arnold pick. And that's all I really want.
Yeah. IMDb says this 1987 R-rated movie coming in at 1 hour and 41 minutes and 177,000 user reviews.
Oh, wow.
That's a way more than Rotten Tomatoes. Comes in at 6.6.
Oh, so pretty on par with Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. You may start with 10 since it is your pick.
Let me see. Ooh. Cheesy, prophetic, and classic Manitou Full Moon. 10 out of 10.
This movie predicted Alexa, reality TV, and cultural narcissism, among other things. 9 out of 10. Ganibi. Does it talk to? Do you talk to it? Oh, maybe it does. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Before the Hunger Games, before Gladiator, before Battle Royale, there was The Running Man. Squirrel_burst. 8 out of 10.
Travis Chelio says cheesy 80s brilliance. 7 out of 10.
Silly and flat 80s sci-fi action movie, but still holds a charm. McQuaalude? 6 out of 10.
Potentially thought-provoking futuristic thriller ultimately opts for the cheesy action approach, but is not wholly without merit. Barnaby Rudge, 5 out of 10.
The Punning Man, Son of Cheese Messiah, 4 out of 10.
One says a great drinking game.
Oh.
Enthusiastically substandard adaptation. Sparks 2002, 3 out of 10.
Really bad escapist trash of a movie. D.W. Poller, 2 out of 10.
And again, the same, like worst movie ever. Yes, run away from this. What the fuck? Virtually unwatchable, dated and dumb. Leonel Louise Ricci, 1 out of 10.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it might not be the spectacle when we were younger. Like,
yeah.
Oh, geez, if I watched this in the late 90s, I'm going to say early 2000, like early would probably been the last time I've seen this movie.
Yeah, so, early 2000s probably the last time I saw it. And here's the thing. I think when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is so 80s. The last time I saw it. But I remember, even when I was younger, thinking it, like the sets looked low budget. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, no, they didn't spend that much money on the set. But then you said they had a $27 million budget. And I was like, what? What did they use? Am I misremembering, like, all of the sets? We'll see. Mind you, they probably built the entire, like, thing Why can't I think of the entire set? They probably built it for them to like live and work in.
All right, let's take a look at the trailer. If I can open it here, come on. There we go.
In the year 2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice. Hard time or prime time.
Sensational. Perfect contestant. I want him.
He must pay or play the running man.
On your mark.
I'll be back.
Go!
The highest rated TV show in history.
Guess they want us to stay.
It's a game between life and death.
Give you a lift.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the running man. He's playing for a prize. The prize is his life.
How about the life?
The running man.
A lot of one-liners just in that trailer.
One-liners in that trailer. I think it's gonna be cheesy as hell, but I think I'm still gonna like it.
Yeah, I hope I like it. This is a childhood favorite. I say a lot of childhood favorites, but this is like hero favorites. This is Rambo.
Yeah.
This is Terminator. This is, yeah. I think I'm gonna like it. It looks a little cheesy. It looks like the sets are very repetitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there might have been a lot of like reuse, but I mean, if you saw that Cybertruck looking car, I'm like, that's where the money went.
Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna like it.
I think I'm gonna like it too. I think it's gonna be cheesy as fuck.
Yes.
And I think I might laugh when they actually want me to be emotionally involved. But I mean, really, it's all you can ask for.
Well, we are going to go watch The Running Man from 1987. And when we come back, we are going to review it. Yay.
You heard them. Movie time. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat. And then watch a classic kick-ass movie from whenever the one we're about to watch was made.
Yay. What the?
What?
My lighting here is all screwed up. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, well. Looks scary.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Did you watch The Running Man?
I did indeed.
All right, you picked it, so I'll start. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. My initial thoughts, I had fun watching this movie.
Same boo, same.
It was so cheesy, but it was so much fun.
It really was. And I really appreciate that. Like, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous movie. Also kind of terrifying, but it was a good time.
Yeah. No, and I watched the DVD over here. I have to say, DVDs still look fine. Yeah, they're not 4K, but I watched Predator on Disney Plus, and it said 4K, and it looked fine, but The Running Man on DVD looked just as good as stupid Predator streaming.
Yeah.
Like, unless I actually buy a 4K movie, like when we watched The Shining, I was like, oh, this is pretty. Like, this is nice. But sometimes movies that are 4K they look too clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, for me, well, Because there's a very big difference in the quality. You can say quality, but I almost say like the texture of the image between film and digital. And I think people are trying with the 4K and the remastering, you're trying to make film look digital. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
and
"It's okay to
sometimes-
just look like film. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need a super sharp image.
No.
I want a good movie. I
Clean
want
it
to
up
be
a bit,
entertained. Clean
but
it up, sure.
yeah.
But there's no
I
need
still
to,
want it to
like-
look like a movie. I don't want it to look like a
Exactly. So I mean, for me, I watched both of them digitally.
Yeah.
The Running Man I watched on Prime. And hilariously, when I went to go rent it, it was like $4.99 for a rental, but they had a special on $6.99 to buy.
Oh, nice. So you bought it?
I debated for a hot second, but I was like, it's an extra $2. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, why
I'm gonna
not?
buy it. And then I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm out $7. It is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna freak out.
No.
I'm not mad about it. I was like, actually, this kind of worked out because I will like the Running Man is so 80s, so ridiculous. And it has a touch of like, this could be our future if we stay stupid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're well on the way.
we are on the path. Okay,
Like,
we're on the path.
These little tent cities that are starting to pop up, I'm like, hey, this is like dystopian future. Cool. My childhood dream has come true. I'm living in a fucking
because at one point in the movie,
the corporation. Yeah.
yeah, they're like, let me talk to the president or the president's agent. And I'm like, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
And that's terrifying because it wasn't ridiculous when he said it. And I was like, oh, that's frightening. But also, look at all the puns. Look at the leotards and the unitards and all the running is not as fast as I remember.
No. I don't think Arnold could run that fast. He's like, Arnold, the director, is probably like, you think you can run faster? He's like, no, I can't.
I think
Okay.
they all thought they were running all out. I think they thought they were like sprinting. And I'm like, sirs, this is not a sprint.
Well, the new movie does look like Powell, what's his name?
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell
Yeah.
is like running for his life.
Yeah.
And yeah, where this one was,
It's funny,
no, not quite.
Before I watched this, I was like, there was an urgency to this movie. Like he was running. And then I watched the movie and I was like, he wasn't really. He's more like it was more like a gentle jog for most of it.
Yeah, he had his AirPods in and
Yeah. Stopping to
he was listening to
breathe.
a podcast as he was doing it.
But that was also part of the charm of this movie, which is so just.
And when she goes into the apartment and she's like telling everything, it's like telling Google or Alexa to make coffee, turn shit on.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very,
Which is hilarious because the movie does take place in 2017. And I'm sitting there going, oh God, that is kind of like our future, but we're not fully amoral yet.
No, not yet.
Working on it.
Yeah.
The world is working on it.
And all the stories about AI and all these robotics coming, I'm like, everything the movies told us
We can
and
do
warned us about, we're not even walking toward it. We're just running straight into it, like with no palm.
literally. Literally.
I was listening to a smart guy. He studies and he started studying AI and all that. He said, we might put on the brakes and it might help us with things, but we do have the capacity and AI could usher in a utopia where the most major problem for humanity will be boredom and what to do with their lives. But they might be forced to be creative and seek out knowledge and explore. He said the other side of that is that we have absolutely, we could go right into a dystopian future. He goes, it's written on the wall. It's right there. He goes,
yes.
we could very easily go into dystopian future. Absolutely. And I'm like, what? But movies warned us about this. Why aren't we listening?
Because nobody pays attention. Everybody forgets. And it's hilarious because like when I was 8 years old, I started watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. I watched it from the very first time it ever aired on TV.
Yeah,
And
that's the best case scenario.
I was like, that's the world I want.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. But slowly but surely, apparently we're working towards, or at least some aspects of the Earth are working towards either Idiocracy
Yeah,
or The
that
Running Man.
yeah. Yeah. Probably a
like-
mixture of both.
I'm aiming for Star Trek Next Gen.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah. No.
AI can be useful, and I think thanks to Star Trek being my moral compass, I started saying a lot, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Exactly. Yeah.
So just because you can teach AI to think for itself and run systems on its own doesn't mean you should. And that's okay. Maybe one day we'll have our own live version of The Running Man.
That on the upside, yeah, there's always a silver lining. I'd watch it.
Mind you, I'd probably be one of the sleeves.
I wouldn't be in the studio. I'd be one of those poor
I'd be
people out in
living in
the
poverty.
yeah. Yeah, betting my children's like weekly grocery money
On the next kill. Who's
on the
gonna
next
them?
kill. Craft dinner for another week. Shit.
It's fine. It's fine.
No. Oh well. No, the acting, and it's in my final review, and I'll just say, and I'll say it again after this. It's a little different. I watched it a little different. This was made even greater by the over the top villains, like your Fireball, your Buzzkill, your Sub-Zero, and Damien Killian. Richard Dawson made this movie. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he was great, and I loved watching him. But Richard Dawson has to be in the top 10 villains for 80s movies.
I literally wrote a note where I was like, my God, he's majestically sleazy.
Oh, perfect. He was awesome.
Chef's kiss. And all of the, oh God, what do they call them? Stalkers. That's what they call them in the game. All of the stalkers, Buzzsaw, Dynamo, whatever, they are, okay, Mortal Kombat, the original movie.
From the 90s, yeah.
From the 90s. They're all villains from there, but low budget.
Yeah.
Like even lower budget than Mortal Kombat. And that added
so good.
So much entertainment and charm. And and they were just so you were like, I kind of want you dead. Because you're annoying and weird, but funny. But I want you dead. And I didn't need any character development for them. Like they show up.
Oh yeah.
Super punny.
Yeah.
And they're super cheesy, and they go in with all of these weird one-liners and slow-mo action because nobody moves fast in this movie.
No.
Which added another layer of
No, the 350-pound sumo wrestler on skates was the fastest dude.
He was. God bless.
They had to give fatty opera singer there a cart to just move around.
It was so good. I was like, oh man,
this was practically a rascal. That little go-kart he was driving. I'm like, nice, that's awesome. But I loved all of them. I loved Captain Freedom. I loved his workout show.
Oh my God, yes. A very 20-minute workout. Also, you're coming in a little hot on the mic.
Oh, a little too loud?
A little too loud. A smidge.
Right. Yeah, no, it was brilliant, and I loved it. Yeah. All right. Let's go over this movie. I try to go over it quick. I left my pop out in another room.
Oh, no. No, but honestly, there's not a lot of depth to this movie. And there's
not at all.
There's not a lot of cinematic genius to this movie. But my God, is this movie fun?
No, Starsky did a good job of making it. I don't know if he was aiming for cheesy. Like it didn't take itself serious at all, which is great.
When you read this script, are you sitting there going, yes, this is going to be a reflection on humanity and its path? No. You're like, we're gonna make the dynamo look like a light bright.
Yeah.
As
with electricity coming out of his hand.
With the shittiest 80s FX ever. And I love
that
them.
80s blue lightning effects was everywhere.
It was amazing.
Yeah. All right. By 2017, following a worldwide economic collapse and resources scarcity, the United States has become a totalitarian police state. The government maintains control through propaganda, censoring unsanctioned art, music, and communications. The most popular TV show, The Running Man, is a state-controlled game show where incarcerated criminals can earn their freedom by surviving as runners against lethal stalkers. So Captain Ben Rich is arrested after refusing orders to open fire on unarmed food riot in Bakersfield, California. So we got our first opening scene with Arnold refusing to fire on the protesters.
which is great. It's a good
Yep.
setup. It's very
Yep.
clean. It's very concise. It's straight to the point. Hey, look, civilians, go shoot them down. Nah, I don't wanna fight. Sucks to be you. 18 months later, he's in prison.
Yeah, and we don't for this movie. You don't need a lot of.
No.
Yeah, no, we don't need a whole giant character build. We get it. He didn't want to kill innocent people. He's the good
Yeah.
guy.
But they framed him, or they
Edited the.
they smeared him. Excuse me. And they basically, I don't know, besmirched his name.
Yeah, and they had it all on digital. They had it on little disc things. They didn't. No one
They
knew
kept
about
all
the
the
cloud.
Yeah. Look, 1987 didn't know about the cloud.
For 1987, they did okay.
They got a lot.
They got a lot. They did.
Yeah.
I was
obviously,
impressed.
there's some stuff, but I mean, they got a lot.
His fellow officers massacre the rioters, and Richard is framed for the incident, being dubbed the Butcher of Bakersfield. 18 months later, Richard escaped from prison labor camp with 2 resistant fighters, Harold Weiss and William Laughlin. Although they offer him a chance to join the resistance, Richard is only interested in survival. The prison thing was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Who I can't remember the guy who doesn't wait for the thing. I will
That
say
was
this. Tito.
They called out his name enough.
Yeah. And they're like, don't go. I'm like, dude, you just have to wait a couple. No, his head. They did it too, so we could see his whole head explode.
Yeah.
It was
'cause
cool.
You needed to see what the consequences were.
But this guy, as the hacker, all he was doing was punching in the same numbers and hitting enter. Not that was his hacking. It was like me trying. I forgot my phone code. Just repeatedly doing it so many times until I have to wait 10 minutes for it to reset. That I'm as good as hacker as that moron.
Honestly, by like the 15th try of him doing it, I was even saying the code to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, Murphy, man.
Yeah.
Move.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden he's like, I think it's because of the walls in here. I'm like, you didn't even move it that far in.
No.
I'm like, what kind of like aerial reception is it on a satellite feed? Like what is the what network is it on? Like I'm trying to troubleshoot it because I'm like, this is getting frustrated.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Just dying. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? No.
No,
the AT&T
no.
commercial. Can
Yeah.
you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? I used to do that with my cousins in the States. When they would call me, I'd be like, can you hear me now?
Yeah. So that whole hacking was just him repeatedly putting in the number and hitting enter. It was awesome.
Yeah. And then it was like glitching. And then he's like, oh, I think because the walls are so thick. I'm like, you're not even indoors.
No, the whole wall was gone.
Open space.
Yeah.
I was like, but hey, we're going to run with it because somebody's head exploded like a minute later. And I was like, I mean, I'm not mad about that. That was a great explosion.
Yeah, it was a good effect.
Yeah.
He travels to his brother's apartment, only find that Amber Mendez, a composer for the state broadcaster ICS, now lives there as his brother has been taken for re-education. And this is where we get Amber coming in, telling the TV to go on, turn it to the channel, telling the lights to go on, telling the coffee
maker to start. Yeah. That was my favorite. I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Which all of those you can do.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she watches the Captain Freedom workout.
Yes, while working out in her underwear.
Yeah, lingerie almost.
Yeah, it was a very cute set.
She looked great.
She looked amazing. And it was an adorable set. It looked like real satin and quality lace.
I don't know how good it would be for working out, but what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, but I'm like, who works out like that? Who's like, I'm going to put on a super cute satin 2-piece.
Yeah, just in case a 6'2" universal bodybuilding champion breaks into my home.
Yeah, it was actually pretty. I was like, what is she? And I was like, did she get the first shot of her working out, she's doing sit-ups. And I'm like, you just see like bare shoulders. And I was like, did she get naked to work out? Because that's weird. And then they went to a wider shot and I was like, oh, she's wearing lingerie to work out. As you do. Who the fuck does that? But
that's what I do.
It's 2017. What do we know?
When Jimmy works out, he wears lingerie.
Of course you do, Jimmy. Is it a cute little teddy?
Yeah, I get all Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Cute in that.
Richard forces Amber to help him bypass airport security, but this was a horrible plan from the beginning. He's gonna he takes her ID thing, buys tickets to Hawaii, which is still America. You could still get caught, and then he's like, he doesn't have a gun because they have security there and they have things that X-ray things, and he's like, remember, I can snap your neck, but that's it. All she has to do is step to the left, step to the right, and yell, and your plans, and that's exactly what she does.
Yeah, she steps away. She
thwarts his plans,
and then he gets captured.
Yeah. Well, that's the most running he did in this movie.
It really was.
When he was running across the tarmac. Yeah. That's the most run. And even that wasn't...
It wasn't that fast either.
No, it was not that fast. Like, the guys that had the net almost looked like, is this guy serious? Jesus Christ. Pull in closer.
I want Arnold Schwarzenegger to, like, sprint. I need to see footage of him actually sprinting to know that he can actually do it. Because I know if I was going to star in a movie called The Running Man, I would go running and I would get as fast as I could before I went on film. But that's just me.
I can see that negotiation too. So Arnold wants to do the movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to do a lot of running though. And they're like, it's called The fucking Running Man.
They're like, we can do it. We'll just do a lot of close-ups of his feet.
Yeah.
Where it looks like he's jogging on the spot. It's fine.
After his arrest, Amber sees news coverage falsely claiming Richard killed several people during the incident and begins to doubt his guilt. Meanwhile, the ruthless and narcissistic Damon Killian, host of The Running Man, recruits Richards, hoping to boost the show's stagnant ratings. He threatens to replace Richards with Laughlin and Weiss unless he agrees to participate. From the beginning to the janitor sweeping the shit on his shoes. He's like, it's okay, but it's okay. You're doing a great job. And he's like, if he's working here tomorrow, you're going to be mopping the fucking floors. I like, this guy's awesome.
Well, because it starts out very like, and it feels so natural and so right.
Oh,
especially with like CEO billionaire culture, where it's like you have a very outward looking image. But then we all know behind the scenes, because as they like to say, no billionaire became a billionaire by being ethical. No. And none of them stay a billionaire by being ethical. So you see this where it's like, oh, I'm the face that everybody loves. I'm going to schmooze you. I'm going to charm you. And then the minute you're not looking at me, I'm going to get you fired because you slapped some mop water on my foot.
Yeah. And it made me think like they should have got him to do more movies. This was, I think, his last movie. And did he die after this, or what happened?
No, he died in 2012.
2012. Yeah, so I guess he was done after this movie. That was it for him. Like, he's been in, and I'm sure he made a shitload of money.
Oh yeah,
he did the voice of Long John. So, he did it. But yeah, if I was in movies and saw that, I'm like, we have to do something with this guy.
He has really, really great presence.
Oh yeah,
really, really great presence on screen. I hated him as like a character, but I also loved him.
Oh yeah, you would love to hate him.
Yeah.
I'm more of a, like, I would like to aspire to be him type of person.
And that's your own problem, my friend. That's your own problem.
How do I become him? As The Running Man begins, Killian reneges on the offer and sends Richard, Weiss, and Laughlin in the rocket sled. So they bring, and that whole getting ready, I forgot all about it, where they put the things in his mouth to bite down on, and they shove those needles in between his fingers. Oh my God. Like, that has to hurt.
That was not okay.
And that whole thing, hey, cutie pie, and gets him to go on The Running Man. And then he's in that chair and he's like, well, we don't want you to do it alone. So here are your buddies. And then he says,
that right there. I like it when he says, I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back.
And I'm like, aw, that's nice.
So they rocket sleds to the game zone, an abandoned part of Los Angeles divided into 4 quadrants. The group is stalked by Sub-Zero, a hockey-themed assassin whom Richard kills. Yeah, I do like when the audience gets to pick the stalker. Yeah. And she likes Sub-Zero because he's cute and cuddly. Meanwhile, he's a doctor with a PhD, but they're all bad people who...
Yes. But also the actor who plays Sub-Zero, his name is actually Professor Tanaka.
Oh, is it?
He's credited as Professor something Tanaka. I forget his first name, but yeah.
No, he is too.
Professor what? And I was like, oh, that's
Professor Toro Tanaka.
yeah. So I thought that was great. I was like, that's fantastic.
And he's been in a ton of shit.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Darkman, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, The Last Action Hero. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really funny. And then I noticed this over the course of the movie. Every time one of the audience members picked someone, they would always hand them the Running Man at Home game.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you play this at home?
The Running Man at Home board game. Fun for the whole family.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? But and the Running Man at Home game. And I was like, what?
And of course, this one was on ice, and Sub-Zero skating around with his goalie equipment on, with his goalie stick that is like a blade.
Yes.
We got one of the worst one-liners in this one where, what does he say? Here's Sub-Zero, now he's just zero. I'm like, you didn't even try.
That one, I was like, come on, guys.
Come on. There were some great one-liners. There were just as many bad one-liners in this movie.
I rolled my eyes so much.
Yeah.
So often. And I love every eye roll.
Yeah, it was part of the charm of its cheesiness.
Yes, because I don't know when they made the decision that Arnold Schwarzenegger was not actually just going to have dialogue. He was just going to have like one-liner and puns.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I mean, if that's the choice we're making, that's the choice we're making.
Yeah, after that one line, I was like, oh, okay. So they let Arnold write the script too. Awesome. That's great. The group is oh no, he got killed, making the first time a runner has killed a stalker. Meanwhile, Amber is caught accessing the unedited Bakersfield footage and is sent into the game zone. Killian then dispatches two more stalkers, the chainsaw-wielding Buzzsaw and electric shooting Dynamo. Yes, this audience member couldn't decide if he liked Buzzsaw, but he also liked Dynamo, and Killian was like, well, let's send them both in.
Yeah, and he did, and they
were great.
Had quite the image.
Yeah. Dynamo. And they do a little thing at the beginning before they go into the zone, and Dynamo's. That was actually him. That was his voice.
Oh.
He was an opera singer. He died in 87 too, just shortly after when the movie came out. I'm guessing it had to do with heart disease or something to do with his weight. I'm just throwing that out there. He was huge.
He died of heart failure.
Yeah, there you go. The guy was 500 pounds and ran around singing opera.
This is terrible. So he was only 34 years old when he died.
Yeah, he was very young.
So he died a few months after finishing work on The Running Man and one day after his first wedding anniversary.
Oh, the movie probably killed him.
I mean, they did make him.
They made him move around a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And
hooked him up to those Christmas lights.
It was the Christmas lights.
Hey, he was a cool. They were cool. They were cheesy.
He looked
Sci-Fi.
like a light bright.
Yeah.
He looked like a light bright.
And he shot that blue lightning out of his hands. It was fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Buzzsaw ran around, drove around on his dirt bike with dangerously wielding a chainsaw as he was driving his dirt bike. I'm like, that's not safe.
No.
Not at all.
Also, there were other chainsaws on the bike.
Yeah.
That's a lot of chainsaws on a motorcycle that you're riding around while swinging a that's running.
Yeah.
This ice feels very unsafe.
Richard kills Buzzsaw with his own chainsaw, though Laughlin is fatally injured. Weiss, meanwhile, discovers a satellite uplink controlling government broadcasts is inside the game zone and cracks the code. Yes, the Resistance has been looking for this uplink. Yes. The uplink has been smartly was put in the game that nobody wants to be on and no one wants to go into. And again, he hacked it by basically pushing a button and waiting for these 3D graphics.
A lot of buttons. Thank you. There were at least 4 buttons that he pushed.
Oh, God.
And then waited for the number to pop.
Yeah. Yeah. I put it in 87. It made sense to me.
I mean, in 1987, what were you really doing on your computer? Like,
yeah,
you know.
exactly. Yeah, you've got to play maybe the odd.
Yeah, now you've got 8-year-olds who are like hacking into shit on
Oh.
a normal basis.
Yeah,
They know how to code. They know how to do all that stuff. We were just like, oh my God, look.
yeah.
You
I can
can
play
make-
solitaire
You could play
or
Solitaire.
Minesweep.
Minesweep. I hated that game, but I loved it at the same time. I'm like, how do
Yeah.
I win this? I don't understand. Anyways.
Yeah, sitting there with a Commodore 64. Yeah, he cracks the code for Amber to memorize before being killed by Dynamo. Richards incapacitates. Okay, so and then Buzzsaw gets killed by having his own chainsaw him from his private parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a gruesome way to go.
Yeah. Although I will say I do enjoy a good chainsaw to the private parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my skills.
Richard incapacitates Dynamo but spares his life to the audience shock. Yeah, that was great when he tried to chase him up and he rolled his little rascal over. He's yelling for him to go to commercial. I'm like, that's awesome. Okay. When Killian secretly offers Richards a job as a stalker, Richard fiercely declines. Amber discovers the corpses of the show's past winners, realizing their victories were state propaganda. Then they call in Flamethrower, the flamethrowing wielding fireball, and then Richard kills him.
Now the funny thing about Flamethrower, because I noticed this in the movie, I think when they send in Dynamo and Buzzsaw, you see this guy be like, "Yeah, kill him." You're like, "Okay," at the party where
Yes,
there is. And you're like, "Okay," and then Flamethrower comes out, and I was like, "That's the dude. That's the guy who was at the party." I was like, "Oh, so now they're taking them out of retirement because they're just killing off the stalkers."
the stalkers are being killed off.
Yeah, so they're like, "Well, shit." And the only reason Ben ends up getting offered that job is like, "Well, can you stop killing our stalkers?
Yeah.
Here, you can have a job as a stalker. It'll be great."
This is also when they had, and that was a great line at the beginning with the old lady, his oldest fan. And he's like, "Give me a kiss now. Remember, no tongue." And I'm like, he's great. He's great. I would trust him. I'd be one of those morons.
You would trust him, and then you'd be like, "I don't know why I'm running.
Yeah, why am I in this game? What happened?"
I don't understand what happened."
He said he wasn't mad that I spilled something on his shoe. Yeah, and then he asked her who's going to make the next kill, Dynamo or flamethrower or fireball, and then she says Ben Richards. And he's like, "No, you got to pick a stalker." And she's like, "I can pick whoever I want. That Ben Richards is a badass motherfucker." So everyone that's poor starts betting on Ben Richards.
Yeah, solid bet.
And then he kills Fireball. There are a couple, a couple good scenes with the flamethrower. And he explains that there are no winners. That's just state propaganda.
And of course, yeah.
And then I'm like, why do they have dog tags? But no one else has dog tags. That's convenient.
You have to identify the victims.
Yeah.
Even if it makes no sense for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. They're like, "Arnold, how are we going to do it?" Because he's obviously writing this movie. They're like, "How are we going to? We'll put dog tags on them." But no one else is.
They're not military.
Yeah.
Nobody else
Doesn't
is wearing
matter.
dog tags. Like, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
We
matter.
need a way for them to know who's who.
Know that it's all propaganda.
The audience begins cheering for Richards while the crowd outside places bets on his success. Richards and Amber are soon found by the resistance, led by Mick. That's Fleetwood Mac, the guy. That is that character, the old guy, head of the resistance, and taken to the command center. Killian orders retired stalker Captain Freedom to face Richards, but he refuses unless he can fight him honorably without gimmicks. So instead, ICS edits existing footage to show Freedom killing Richards and Amber. And they did the digital thing. Very easily done nowadays.
Exactly. There are many examples of that on the internet. It's a thing.
Yeah. So they just get two stunt men. They superimpose Captain Freedom and Ben Richards on them. And then he kills the one stuntman. Even his assistant's like, "You didn't have to kill him."
And it's like, it's for the greater good, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was funny because, was it Fireball? No. Captain Captain Freedom. Yes, Captain Freedom comes out he gets called to wardrobe. He goes and puts on his costume, and they basically have him in like this
that
big metal
tin.
box with like the like knives, and he's like, I don't want this gimmick. Da 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 da. This used to be a game of honor, and I will only do it if I can fight him with my bare hands. They're like, okay, and here's your stunt double that you're gonna kill in place of Ben Richards. And he does it. So I was like, where's your honor now, buddy?
Yeah.
Where's your honor?
Yeah. Freedom killing. Richard realizes the government must now ensure they are not seen alive again. So yeah, they know they're going to be killed because they're killed on the TV show. Using the satellite uplink codes, Mick airs an expose of Killian's and the government's lies, including the unedited Bakersfield footage. At the same time, Richard leaves the resistant members in a takeover to ICS to prevent the network from disabling broadcasts. And Amber, who just wrote jingles, is all of a sudden a freedom fighter with a machine gun
that she knows how to work,
leading a bunch of kids into.
Correct.
And that gunfight, not one fucking person on either side aimed at. And they just shot right from the hip. And I mean, literally, they had their gun by their hip and they were just firing wildly.
Yep.
Even Arnold.
Everybody was dying.
Yeah. Yeah. And Arnold, who was basically the only one hitting anybody.
Yep.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Everybody was shooting. Oh, God.
At ICS, the resistance battles the security forces as the audience flees. Dynamo attacks Amber, but she triggers the sprinkler system, electrocuting him. Richard then confronts Killian, forcing him into the rocket sled and sending him into the gain zone where the uncontrolled vehicle crashes and explodes. I don't know how it exploded, but whatever. Killing Killian. As the audience and crowd celebrate, Richard and Amber kiss as the broadcasting network goes offline. We also get that scene where his bodyguard, who he yells at throughout the whole movie, he's like, take care of this guy. And he goes, oh, I guess the steroids made me deaf, because that's what he told him, and just walks away.
Which I thought was great. I was like, that's nice. But also, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I watched this movie and I didn't have time to go back and rewatch this one part, but when Dynamo is fighting with Amber, just before he's not wearing any pants.
He's wearing tighty whities.
Yes. But where were his pants?
I don't know.
Did he take them off? Yeah, they just disappeared.
He left his light bright shirt on.
Yes.
Yeah.
With no pants.
No pants, just tighty whities.
I had that moment where I was like, where did his pants go?
Yeah.
Did I miss that? No, his pants just disappeared. And he
did Wardrobe forget to dress him? And then the director's like, we don't have time. Just do the scene.
He was probably like, yo, this shirt.
It's hot down here.
It's really hot. I'm sweating.
I got to lose something.
And the director's like, look.
I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack and die.
We're only shooting you from the waist up. Just take off your pants. He was like, okay.
And then they didn't.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dynamo's tighty whities.
Gone. Pants gone.
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird. That's weird. But okay.
And that is our movie. All right, I will go first since you picked these movies. All right, where are you here? Okay, my score. If you remember liking The Running Man, don't worry. It is still great. Although you are watching it with older eyes and hopefully you're a little more mature, it's an 80s sci-fi cheese-filled extravaganza. But unlike most 80s cheesy movies, this one comes with a big budget and a kick-ass action star. But I also appreciate it for a lot of different reasons. Like, I still like the action, the story, the effects were some were really good, some weren't. But this movie is great because, like I said before, the over-the-top bad guys and the brilliantly cast Richard Dawson as Damien Killian. They made this movie. It's an Arnold movie, but these bad guys made this movie so much fun. Like, unlike Rollerball, like we watched Rollerball, very serious. Tron, Dune 1984, who took themselves very seriously. The Running Man does not take itself serious at all, and the movie is all the better for it. It's cheesy 80s sci-fi that looks good, sounds good, and it's full of bad one-liners. It's full of some good ones. No, this is a buy it for me. I would give this movie I'm giving it an 8, not because it's an 8 because of its artistic merit. I'm giving it an 8 because of how much fun this movie is. The good parts, the bad parts. I don't know if this is a so bad it's good or a guilty pleasure. It's in there somewhere. But yeah, the nostalgia alone, because you're going to remember, as soon as I started watching this, it was like, oh yes. And then it was just fun from the beginning to the end. It was so, I don't know if I would call it so bad it's good. I'm not sure. But it's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I'd give it an 8 out of 10, and I would say buy it.
I almost completely agree with you, and here's I'm gonna set the stage for you. So as I said, I bought it for $6.99, and I was like, if I was gonna rent it for $4.99, I'll buy it for $6.99. What's the difference? It's $2. I'm so glad I did, because this movie is ridiculous. It is literally ridiculous between puns and stunted dialogue.
So bad.
Like, no joke. I was like, what is this? Richard Dawson is so wonderfully, majestically sleazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, any scandal that comes out about you, I'm going to be like, yeah, he totally did it.
Yeah, he
like,
totally did.
You're just like, yeah, 100% you did it. But I'm pretty sure you're going to get off. Nobody's going to convict you for anything, because you are that charming. Like, it's a given. Also, okay. So do you remember watching like She-Ra, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Captain Planet, even like all of those like action cartoons? Okay, this is a live action version of that.
Yeah, this is better than the He-Man we watched.
100%.
Like the bad guys and over the top silliness
are very cartoony.
Oh yeah,
and even Ben Richards, very cartoony. Because he's like stoic and serious, but you're also like, you're ridiculous because you're jogging through a game called The Running Man where you could die. Like, there's such a level of absurdity to this movie, you can't help but enjoy it. And also the nostalgia factor is through the fucking roof. So I say to everybody, look, this was available to buy, I think, for $16.99 on Apple. And I thought about it, but I was like, I don't know if this is a $16.99 like purchase, but it is a $6.99 purchase.
Oh, easy.
100%. So I was like, I do not regret buying it. And I am thrilled that I did, because at some point I'm going to rewatch it. I think I'm thinking about keeping this. This was one of the lots I bought to sell through. And I think I might keep it because it has commentary by the director. Keep it. Oh my God,
I would like to watch that. Yeah. So you would say buy it?
I would say buy it, and I'd give it probably a 7, because you need to factor in, it is absurd, it is very cartoony, and it is a little bit ridiculous, but my God, is it a good time?
Yeah.
It is such a good time, and for various different reasons, like the cheesiness of the FX, or just the hilarity of the stunted dialogue, or the action that makes no sense, and you're just like, what is happening? But I was smiling through the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
I was having a great time watching it. So I was like, I'm not even gonna. Is it a good, like an objectively good film? No,
not at all.
One though.
But it's a fun movie. So would you say this is a so bad it's good, or
no,
so good in spite of itself?
I think it's good in spite of itself.
Yeah.
It has, weirdly, this movie has just enough charm that everything that feels weird or absurd or off about it makes sense. And like, there are some movies that are just so terrible that you're like, oh my God, this is the most terrible thing in the world, and I love it. This is not one of those.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I don't think it's so bad it's good.
No, it's not, and it's weird.
Yeah,
it weirds me out, because I'm like, it should, in theory, be a so bad it's good, but there's something weirdly charming about this movie, and I don't fully understand. Like, maybe it's because it reminds me of a cartoon that we grew up with in the 80s and like the very early 90s.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like a He-Man cartoon. Like, yes, those cartoons like Mask and like Captain Planet or Power. Yeah, G.I. Joe, Transformers.
The villains are just so dastardly and so
cartoonish.
And cartoonish. This is just like a live action version of what I think was originally written to be a cartoon. Like it feels very cartoony. And I think that also adds to the watchability of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my score. I say everybody should buy it. I don't know if it's a $16.99. That's a personal choice.
Yeah.
I'd say for $10 and under, 100% you should buy it.
Yes. Yeah. And like I said, I'm thinking about keeping this DVD. I want to watch the commentary. It looked great on DVD on my 4K player. I don't know if it was upscaled, it looked fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have 2 buy it's and an 8 out of 10 and a 7 out of 10. Yeah. This movie was fun. As bad as it was so much fun.
It was terrible, but I was still cheering for everybody. It didn't feel like it was going longer than it actually was.
No.
I was like, I'm entertained by this, and I'm not even like hating how bad it is. It was a weird movie, and I was like, man, I feel like I'm watching cartoon villains with their very stylized outfits.
All right. Well, thank you for coming back to 1987 and watching The Running Man. And until the next movie we remember liking, pause there for the actual podcast.
Congratulations. You just had one of your childhood movie memories vindicated. Or they just eviscerated it. I don't know. This is a generic one-size-fits-all type of ending to the podcast. So thank you for listening, and please join Anna and Jimmy next time for another episode of the I Remember Liking That Movie podcast. If you dare to go back and watch that movie you remember liking,